I am here with Sophie Sanders, and we're super excited to have her on our page. Sophie, why don't you start off by introducing yourself and telling us a little bit about your background and what got you started in music in the first place?
Okay. Yeah, I'm Sophie Sanders, and I was born and raised in Nashville, Tennessee. My father is a country songwriter, so I grew up around the business, but not really thinking anything of it, honestly. I mean, I thought it was cool he was a songwriter, but I had no intentions of doing musical things myself. Um, I went to college at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill and studied psychology and anthropology and thought I might want to be a therapist or something. And then I had applied to the Peace Corps for right after college, and I was home that summer between graduation and leaving for the Peace Corps. And honestly, just out of boredom one day, I picked up the guitar that was in the house that I evidently had never picked up in my 21 years before. And I just quickly went down the obsessed with learning to play the guitar rabbit hole. And within a couple of years, I was obsessed with writing songs. And now I'm back in Nashville pursuing music.
Awesome. Can you tell us a little bit about your favorite spots in Nashville or favorite venues?
Yeah, some of my favorite venues are the older ones that have been around, like the original Basement.
Yeah.
Um, I like Third and Lindsley. I like the Five spot over in East Nashville. It's been weird this summer. I feel like it's hard to think of my favorite spots right at this moment because I haven't been to any of them in so long.
Yes, a strange summer for sure. Can you
Oh.
tell us a little bit more about your songwriting and what inspires that?
Yeah, honestly, I feel like I get inspiration from a lot of things, really just whatever is going on in life at the moment or in relationships or even just overhearing conversations. I feel like I'm always listening for little phrases that people say or words that seem like good titles or hooks. I also read quite a bit, so reading is definitely helpful for finding ideas. And then I usually tend to think of my ideas when I'm lying at bed, lying in bed at night or in the morning, sort of when everything's like
Yeah.
moving around in my brain and settling. I'll find little words or phrases pop up.
Great. Can you tell me about working in Nashville? Have you done any co-writes and with who, if you have, and or if you write most of your songs on your own?
Yeah, so I do both. This summer I've been writing alone more than
Yes.
co-writing because, um, meeting up with people has been difficult. But I have co-written quite a bit. I used to write with my dad a lot until a couple of years ago, um, sort of like he was training me or trying to impart as much wisdom as possible and then send me off on my own. But I do a lot of co-writing. Some of my favorite co-writers are Calissa Ewing. She's been around town for a while. And then Blessing Offer. I don't know if you've heard of him, but
Yeah.
he's someone I like to write with. Um, well, and then I do write on my own quite a bit, just because I feel like I need to do both.
Yeah.
Most of the songs that I have released on my own are solo writes for whatever reason. I think because they're the ones that feel the most authentically me.
Makes sense. Can you tell us a little bit about your latest release, California, and the story behind that?
Yeah, so I wrote California um, about a year ago now. I was had been in a pretty intense relationship, and then that had ended, and it was probably about 6 months after it ended when I was finally getting to be emotionally removed enough from it that I could kind of think back on it with different perspectives. And I just had this thought one day that was like, hey, you could have broke my heart in a prettier place, at least it would have been maybe seemed a little bit easier to get through it because Nashville had had this really gray and rainy spring. And I remember thinking a lot like, this is awful. The weather's awful. It's so gray. I'm heartbroken. Like, what am I doing sitting here? I wish I was by the beach or something. So that's where that idea came from.
What a fun song. I love it. I love the concept as well. Can you tell me about your favorite part about performing, though there's not a lot going on right now?
My favorite part about performing is probably just hearing or feeling people connect with the messages in the songs. I think definitely writing comes to me more naturally than performing. I feel like I've had to learn more how to be comfortable performing. Um, but it's always rewarding to, put yourself out there and put your emotions and words and thoughts out there and have people say, hey, I really related to that. It makes it feel worthwhile.
Wonderful. Well, I also believe that you've prepared something for us today and we'll be able to perform that. Can you tell us what you'll be performing?
Yeah, so I'm putting out another single next Friday, the 28th. It's called
Okay.
Nobody Special. So I was going to play that song.
Great. Go for it. We're excited.
This guitar. I know you've seen a better picture in your mirror. Lately, that fog's been hanging heavy in your sky. Some days you feel like you could up and disappearing. No one would even stop or realize. But baby, don't you realize when you think you're nobody special that nobody sees? When you're getting all in your head that way you do so easily. Remember that of all of the billions of people down here dying to dream their dreams, there's nobody special as you are to me. No one walks in that door and lifts me up like you do. Takes all my broken, makes it whole. So when those waves of dark and doom start moving through you, I'll be here making sure you know. When you think you're nobody special that nobody sees. When you're getting all in your head that way you do so easily. Remember that of all of the billions of people down here dying to dream their dreams, there's nobody special as you are to me. There's nobody special, no, nobody special as you. And I'm gonna tell you till you're telling yourself it's true. And when you think you're nobody special that nobody sees. When you're getting all in your head that way you do so easily.
What a beautiful song. Thank you
Thank
for sharing that, and we look forward to hearing it on Friday. Can
Yeah,
you tell us where our listeners can find your music and your socials? Stay in touch.
yes. So I'm on Instagram at Sophie Sanders with a Z at the end instead of an S because the S was taken. Um, or my website is sophiesanderssongs.com, and I'm on Spotify and Apple Music as Sophie Sanders as well.
Perfect. Well, we look forward to that release and everything that you've got coming in the following year. Best of luck to you, and thanks for talking with us.
Thank you so much.